possible dead reckoning.
Whopper, Whopper, build your Whopper. Barbecue, bacon, more cheese, no shocker. However you like to top your Whopper, you know what we'll say. MBK, have it your way.
At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to make car care make sense. With personalized service reviews that swap the car talk for straight talk, so you know what your car is telling you and what to do about it. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy.
We want it all. We want clean dishes and dry shirts.
Oh, man.
We want hot dogs and a body that doesn't look like it eats hot dogs. We want a trimmed tree and an unfractured coccyx.
Oh, my coccyx.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
How about it, Jack Caglione, and there you have it, Chris Burke. The distance a little farther than that for Cags.
How about the look post-contact? Straight to the sky. Like, it went off of our radar, so we couldn't track the distance. He looks straight to the sky, and that ball just never came down. I mean, Joe Bear thought he was underneath it like 3 different times.
How good has this been from Florida? Josh Pearson pops this one up to begin the bottom of the 8th, and Cade Curlin calls off Jack Caglione. I mean, we're talking about 19 runs from the Gators, needing to win to continue their season. They had come into yesterday on an 8-game winning streak, had the elimination game wins in the regionals, stormed through the supers in some tight ones against South Carolina. 3 one-run wins here. And remember, the number 2 overall seed.
Remember the way this started, too. I mean, Florida got the first 2 guys on, then Caglione grounded out. They went strikeout Rivera, strikeout Riopelle, and you're going, ooh, this may be what we saw yesterday, but the Ty Evans solo home run just opened the gates.
Oh. Well, you saved Slater, right? Fisher and Neely, maybe they were available. I doubt it, but you didn't have to worry about it. You got your superstars red hot, feeling good. You got your guy who's going to pitch tomorrow, a 2-homer day. You couldn't really draw it up better. Even though Waldrop wasn't his usual self today, the Gators, boy, they had one for the memory today. I mean, it just is as special as it gets offensively.
Paxton Kling is the pinch hitter, and it's 2-2.
I think if you're Jay Johnson after this one, it's like, listen, just go have dinner. It still only counts for 1. I mean, this is why yesterday was so special, and then it's show up tomorrow, both sides with a chance to win the whole thing.
Kling reaches off of Cade Curlin's glove. Hey, for more coverage of the NCAA Men's College World Series and interactive brackets, go to ncaa.com, your official online home for all 90 NCAA championships.
I'm with you, KP. I mean, when you're playing for a national championship, I think you'd much rather lose a laugher than lose a heartbreaker.
Reset, show up tomorrow. We still got the ability to do what we wanted to do when we showed up first day of fall ball. 1 to win it all.
Jack Merrifield is the pinch hitter here for LSU. And he goes first pitch swinging on a line to left. Tyler Shelnut for the second out. Flip side for Florida. Chris Budden's been talking about how loose the Gators were. We saw that a little bit down in the dugout pregame. How do you bottle this and just continue what you found in this game and specifically the top of the lineup?
Well, I mean, you're going to keep the good vibes going, right? That's not going to change, but the person who can change it is Thatcher Hurd. And Thatcher Hurd's been fantastic. So, just because you're feeling great going into one game, if the other pitcher goes out there and executes the way he's capable of, he can change the vibes in a dugout quickly.
19-3. Ethan Fry, the next in line of the pinch hitters. Ball and a strike. On the ground, foul, 1-2. Gators have had answers when they've been backed into corners here in the NCAA tournament. Wyatt Langford and company showing that again here today. Chopper to third, and Halter puts it in his pocket off the short hop. Ethan Fry is on.
Tough chance there from Colby Halter. He's been playing really, really deep because of how fast and firm this surface is playing right now. That was a do or die charge right there, just kind of clanked off the heel.
And now this one rolled foul by Gavin Dugas. Figueroa's 0-1. And that is rolled at Halter. Went for the tag, throws to first, and got the tag at first on Paxton Kling. So the 8th is over. We go to the 9th, and Florida is cruising toward a Game 3 at Omaha. The NCAA Men's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallets? And in part by Wendy's Late Night. Grab a Baconator at Wendy's until midnight or later. Hours may vary.
Just between us, you know what's better than mopping? Anything. At the end of a long day, it's the last thing I want to do. Well, I switched to Swiffer WetJet, and it's awesome. It's an all-in-one, so it's ready to go when I am.
The cleaning solution actually breaks down dirt and grime. And the pad absorbs it deep inside, so it prevents streaks and haze better than my old mop.
Plus, it's safe to use on all my floors, even wood.
Swiffer WetJet, so worth it. Best decision ever. Love it or your money back.
I'm a bear. I'm coming out of hibernation after the best nap of my life. And Papa is hungry. And while you're hitting the trail, I'm hitting your cooler. Oh, cheddar! I've got hot dog buns. And your cut rate car insurance might not pay for all of this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me. Roar!
Hey, heading on a family trip?
Nah. Sorry, son. Prices are crazy. We're gonna have to skip it this year.
Aw. Well, use Priceline. They have package deals no one else has.
5 pools. Water slide. We can do it.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Sunday Night Baseball in LA tonight. Alex Bregman and the Astros, after Bregman, of course, drafted out of LSU. They're in action against the Dodgers. 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. What a great day of baseball we've had here on ESPN throughout the day. It started overseas in London. We had a Golden Spikes Award winner get announced. Game 2 of this Men's College World Series final. And capped off with the Astros and the Dodgers. Sam Dutton is next in line. The sophomore right-hander from Alabama takes over for LSU.
We talked about this plenty throughout. I mean, I think the biggest advantage that you look at right now if you're LSU is your bullpen guys, your main bullpen guys should be ready to go tomorrow. Not just ready to go, I think ready to get extended if you need to. And the Gators probably say the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think both teams are here because they have a ton of confidence in the pieces that got them here. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you get to 1-1. It's 1-1 with a title on the line. And both of them probably love their spot.
The
right?
first question, I would assume, that Jay Johnson will have to answer here in about 15 or 20 minutes if everything holds, is Skeens available tomorrow?
What do you guys think?
I'm interested to hear his answer.
Yes.
I think he is. Yeah.
And you guys both think it would be bullpen and not starting?
I do. Can I hold back on that until he answers it like in 25 minutes?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It feels like it's probably that.
We got so many stars here in this finals. And to the ninth, BT Riopelle takes strike one.
I think the other thought would be he hasn't had a relief appearance all year. Obviously, there's so much in front of him from a professional standpoint that maybe you get to the decision-making process that if we're going to use him, we're going to let him go through his normal routine, start the game, and maybe it's a
like an opener situation.
Yeah, 45, 60 pitch count kind of thing.
And then on the Florida side, talked about Jack Caglione, Cade Fisher, Brandon Neely. They got Ryan Slater hot in this game, but didn't have to go to him.
Yeah, right, be good there.
I mean, think about those forearms. Riopelle strikes this one well. Center field. Kling looks up, and it's 20 for Florida. Their 6th home run of the ball game.
Six homers in one College World Series game, and Riopelle knew it to dead central. A no-doubter, and on a day like today, you get one like that, you can get into your slow stroll. What a bomb by BT Riopelle, 435 feet.
He did the whole single thing, and now he's back to the home run thing.
He's over that.
Tucker Talbot is the pinch hitter. Redshirt sophomore comes on in the DH spot for Luke Heyman. What a showing by the Gators.
20.
This was loud.
I thought there might be a Rosenblatt kind of score today, but I didn't see it. 20-30.
And you guys said it doesn't matter how you get there.
Right.
You get to game 3. It doesn't matter for Florida what happened in game 1 on Saturday. Come back today with a blitzing, and it's on to Monday night. 2-1, misses. 3-1.
And emotionally, like LSU, they were able to check out a couple innings ago as they started subbing players, and this thing got really lopsided. Which is a big part of the battle, right, on the bounce back thing, is just mentally being able to get past it. These guys they're already past it.
Talbot strikes out, and there's one gone for Dutton here in the 9th. So just think about what's at stake tomorrow night. Winner take all for a national championship. Florida looking for its 2nd. LSU looking for its 7th. And this is a finals that started with all 3 Golden Spikes Award finalists. The projected top 3 picks in the MLB draft as well. And it's going to be one game for everything.
We get one more day of it.
Yeah, we're the winners. College baseball gets a primetime game 3.
Swing and a miss from Tyler Shelnut, 1-1. Florida's the 7th team to score 20+ runs in a College World Series game. The record is 23, and that's been done twice. You got to go back to 2001 to find the last time a team put up 20 in a game here.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, sorry.
Thank you, Mike.
Against you guys. at 21-13.
We hung in there.
You did.
We a couple touchdowns ourselves, missed an extra point, but we hung around.
Those guys have been stars, Evans and Langford. Shellnut to center, and another knock for Florida. 20 hits in the ball game for the Gators.
Yeah, with BT's home run, everybody in the starting lineup in Florida scored. Curlin 4 times, Langford 4 times.
Another pinch hitter on for Florida here. Matt Prevesk. Fouled off on the first pitch. Matt Prevesk, a Florida native. Started a few games last year. And comes on here in the spot of Ty Evans. Down from Dutton.
It's very rare in a College World Series game that these coaches get to allow players opportunities to have their moment. This is pretty cool. Some of these guys getting a chance to say they had an AB in the College World Series.
And Prevesk pulls it in the right field, and he's got a hit in Omaha, and then this one gets past the right fielder, Ethan Fry. And that's the way it's gone on both sides here in this one. "21 hits and 21 runs for Florida.
That's now 5 LSU errors today, too. Turn the page.
Yeah, they had
They
three.
will.
They had 3 the entire College World Series coming into today. They've been really good defensively. One to forget today. Oh!
Colby Halter's got a double in this one. Part of that well-balanced effort up and down the entire lineup. Only twice has a team scored more runs in a men's College World Series game than what Florida has done with 21 in this one. Arizona State with 23 in 1984. And Notre Dame with 23 runs on Northern Colorado in 1957.
Just had to get Notre Dame in there, didn't you?
1-1. And that's down to Halter.
Yeah, but did they have 2 50-plus degree launch angle homers in those games?
Highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely. I'm certain of that.
It's been a wild one. And all Gators. On the screws to center. And it drops down. 22-3 is the Florida lead.
Nobody had scored more than 7 runs in a game coming in. This is an outlier on a lot of different levels today.
And now Dale Thomas will pinch hit for Florida. Here with the margin at 19. Again, it's 21 unanswered as well. When do you ever say that?
Yeah, you say it when Joe Burrow was playing quarterback for the Tigers, or Tebow for the Gators. That's when you say it.
Sam Dunn working here in the 9th. And is 1-0 to Dale Thomas, the Coastal Carolina transfer. Dutton deals, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Dale Thomas. Scorebooks are messy today, boys.
Yeah, there's a lot of ink.
We'll get another pinch hitter here, and it's Michael Robertson who hits for Wyatt Langford. And when the story is told of this Florida team years from now, Michael Robertson will have a special place in the tale for the Gators. And the catch that he made against TCU to end the ball game Wednesday with Braden Taylor, the superstar for the Horned Frogs, at the plate. And Robertson ran back, crashed into the wall, and hung on to it to punch a ticket for Florida into the finals.
How far would that ball have gone today?
Yeah, there wouldn't be any catching that one. That'd have been 30, 40 feet over the 408 sign.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah, Braden Taylor hit a ball 110 miles an hour that TrackMan said went 411. And 0 balls at those metrics this year in the big leagues have been outs. 0. But Michael Robertson made that play. Huh. Put that on our list of anomalies from this week.
We've seen it all. Robertson said afterward, if it's in the air and it's going to be close to the wall, I'm running through it. He said it traveled further than I initially thought it was going to, and said in the moment I kind of almost blacked out, but it looked all right on camera. Redshirt freshman from Venice, Florida, a starter for most of the season for the Gators. 2-2. And pretty cool that he plays a big role, even though at one point he was in an 0 for 30. And that he's still able to, after losing his starting job, find a way to help out a ball club.
Yeah, I'll tell you, so the Gators get the lead late tomorrow. He's going to be in center field.
Oh. Full count.
You can run like that and defend like that. You can help a ball club. Finally, Sully decided that the bat just wasn't working well enough to stay out there to start the game, but he certainly helps them being able to shore up that defense at the end of games.
Robertson pulls it foul. Three-2, bounced in, and it kicks away on ball 4. So Robertson walks, and the Gators have him loaded with 1 out in the 9th inning. And of course, from the LSU side, you want to protect any arm that you might use tomorrow in a winner-take-all for the College World Series. Get another pinch hitter here. And it's Derek Fabian. Came off the bench last night as well in game 1. Brother Judd, of course, former star for Florida, ended up being a 2nd-round pick of the Orioles. Strike 1 to Derek Fabian.
Fabian started a ton of games last year for him, too. Hasn't quite as much this year.
Sophomore from Ocala. Lines this one to left center field, and it's a base hit. And Florida's got 24 runs in this game. The most ever in a College World Series game.
And why not at this point? Hang and break a ball that actually that was not bad. Decent pitch. Yeah. Fabian, go down and get it. Get in your legs and Drives in the 2 runs that makes history for the Gators.
The 23 hits are tied for the most in a game here as well at the College World Series. We have seen it all here in Omaha over the last 9 or 10 days. What else might we have in store tomorrow?
We've seen a lot. I don't think we've seen it all. I feel like there's new frontiers.
Again, that is going to be special tomorrow night. Game 3, 7 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock Central. You can watch it right here on ESPN. 2 of the top 5 seeds in the country coming into this thing. Rivera strikes out. 2 gone. Whose pitching situation would you guys rather be in tomorrow? Caglione, Neely, Slater, Fisher, or Hurd, Cooper?
Are you including Skeens?
The possibility of Paul Skeens.
I think it's a push, and I know that's not a great answer to your question, but I don't know that there's starkly an advantage one way or the other, which should set up for a good one.
I think if Skeens has 2-3 innings in him, then I would lean advantage LSU.
BT Rappel takes a strike. Florida will have the momentum headed into game 3. One and 2. And you guys said earlier for LSU, the plan just flush it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, other than those that are still on the field, like it's already been flushed.
Yeah.
Rappel strikes out, and the inning is over. 5 spot in the 9th for Florida on a historic day. Mookie Betts and the Dodgers host the Astros coming up on Sunday Night Baseball at the top of the hour right here on ESPN.
The NCAA is instrumental in Team USA's success at the Olympics. At the Summer Games, over 75% of Team USA's athletes competed collegiately, representing over 150 U.S. colleges and universities across divisions 1, 2, and 3. And now they compete to bring home medals for our nation. The college athlete experience, a building block for success. The NCAA is proud Olympians and Paralympians are made here.
So I didn't think I needed Swiffer until I saw how easily it picked up my hair every time I dried it. It only takes a minute. Look at that. The heavy-duty cloths are extra thick for amazing trap and lock, even for his hair. Wow. And for dust, I love my heavy-duty duster. The fluffy fibers trap dust on contact. Up high and all around without having to lift a thing. I'm so hooked. Swiffer, so wow, so worth it.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Check. Psych.
Really? Dude, that's a foul!
And now you're ready to settle a score. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate.
How irresistible are cheesy crackers?
Uh-oh.
Want it, need it, cheesy.
Welcome back to the NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. The shots from around Omaha, where we will play baseball for another day tomorrow night with a winner-take-all Game 3, as Florida has scored a record-setting 24 runs in Game 2 and 23 unanswered against LSU, who took Game 1 in extra innings yesterday. Cade Beloso grounds out, And that's how Nick Ficcarota starts the bottom of the ninth. Ficcarota, for his part, has now been out there for 4 1/3 of shutout ball. Hasn't walked anyone and has only given up 2 hits.
All those names you were reading, guys in that Florida bullpen available tomorrow in large part because of that. You needed somebody, if you're Florida, to be lined up the best. You needed somebody today to go out and get you 9 to 12 outside of the bullpen. Ficcarota's been that guy.
And how about Blake Purnell coming in and getting the double play of Tommy White, right? That game was still very much in the balance at that point in time.
2-0 on Jared Jones.
This guy can hit it to the moon, too. I mean, Jared Jones is a name that you're going to hear a lot about the next 2 years.
Freshman from Marietta, Georgia, listed at 6'4", 230 pounds. With 14 home runs this season, a freshman All-American. Facing Ficcarota, he's at 68 pitches, and he has been massive. Cut and a miss, 2-2. Ficcarota arrived as a walk-on at Florida. Eventually, he's going to be going to physical therapy school. Bright fourth-year player and arm for the Gators. On the ground towards second, and Dale Thomas throws out Jones. Brings up Braden Jobert with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. And Ficcarota trying to finish this for Florida. Jobert walk and was hit by a pitch his last time in the 7th. Jobert, center fields. To the track and got. Braden Jobert to straightaway center fields. And LSU gets a solo shot here in the ninth.
And the Tiger fans that are left are still excited.
Yep.
That one, we are just not used to seeing the ball just ease out to dead center field, KP.
Well, we got something positive on that Tiger side to end with. Jobert stays on one. Yeah, that just kept going. That looked like a routine fly ball was going to end it. Traveled about 2 feet beyond that outfield fence.
Now Ben DePolt.
Hey, corner.
LSU took a 1-0 lead in the first. Florida tied it up in the second on a Ty Evans home run. LSU got 2 in the bottom of the second, and then it was all Florida until that swing in a massive way. Chopper right side at Fabian, and it's foul. Ficcarota's 1-2 is up high, 2-2 on DePolt. Chopper foul. Ficcarota 1 strike away, and it's on the ground off of Ficcarota. Caroms to Fabian. He flips. Wow. Ball game. Ficcarota's fired up, and Florida fights on to a Game 3 against LSU tomorrow night.
That was a heck of a play, by the way, to end that thing. I mean, off the bat, this thing's humming, and Ficcarota wears it off the spike and then goes dead sprint over. Fabian hits him in stride. Right foot just gets down there. The big boy went 5 complete today to lock it up. 24 runs for the Gators. Christopher.
Well, I don't even know what to say about that offensive performance, but the Gator bullpen was fantastic, and Caglione and Langford put on a show today that has to get this Gator offense going. One of the most talented groups in America put on a show for us today.
The last 2 teams standing in college baseball will play one game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern for everything to close it down at the Men's College World Series. Coming up next, it's Baseball Tonight's Sunday Night Countdown, anchored by Kevin Connors. For Chris Budden, Kyle Peterson, Chris Burke, and our entire crew behind the scenes, Mike Monaco saying so long now to KC with Baseball Tonight.
Victor, why are you still living with odors? Get back in there and freshen instantly with new Febreze Air Mist. That's right, Febreze now has a new, finer mist that floats in the air longer and quickly fills the room to fight even your toughest odors. Leftover fried fish funk?